All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Word with Ty Brownlow. I am your host, Ty Brownlow, and remember, no one is worthless, no story is worthless. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know what it is, man. We running this back, okay? We have back with us once again, all the way from the West Coast, left coast, via Louisiana, y'all. Come on, gotta give it up for the roots. But joining us again on the platform, put your hands together for Chef Ryan Rondeno.
What's happening? What's happening?
Man, what's going on?
On the West Coast?
How are you? Yes.
I'm great. I'm great. Doing great. You know, busy summer. It's been a while. It's been a long time. Yeah.
Well, man, it has been a while. It has, and as I opened, before man, this is not your first stint on Word with Ty Brownlow. I even learn my own but no, this isn't your first time on this platform. The very first time, basically, we introduced the world to you and who you were and your background.
Right.
As I mentioned, by way of Louisiana, that's where you're originally from, and that's where you learned your love of cooking. I believe it was your grandfather that you were working with in the kitchen or what have you. Yes. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Able to watch as I grew up. Take a lot of things from him. Mm-hmm. South side till I die. So that's the way. That's the way we go.
Okay. All right. Hey, no. Well, it's that flavor and it's that culture that took you out, out of Louisiana over to the East Coast, where you learned, a little bit more of your craft, and then from there took you to where you are currently now, out in LA on the West Coast. Well, exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, celebrity chef now, just some of the people he's cooked for. He's cooked for a lot of people, but just some of the people he's cooked for: Ashton Kutcher, Ben Affleck, Will Smith, just to name a few now, okay?
Just a few.
Just a few. But we don't talk about some other stuff you had going on just a couple of, maybe a week or two ago. But I am glad to have you on because I was reading an article that featured you as well. And for those who are not familiar, there's a TV show called The Bear. And I believe it's on Hulu. Yes. And basically the premise of the show is there's a cook who leaves this fine establishment dining type of life, but he pretty much leaves that and goes to work in the family restaurant after, I believe, a tragedy in the family.
Exactly.
And pretty much from there, it pretty much tells the lives of him, he, and the people that he works with inside of this kitchen. So I want to ask you, as a chef, man, look here, you've seen it all, you've done it all. As I said before, you just didn't wake up one day and boom, automatically you were a instant celebrity chef. You had to do, you had to go through, the trials and tribulations. Can you just talk about, some of the things that, you had to struggle through to make it to where you are now?
Well, I think one of the major things is growth, perseverance. Perseverance is one of the major things that you, or even myself, had to deal with growing up. The fast pace, going into it after, or even during culinary school, you really have to understand, okay, how fast paced is this? This is not culinary school. You don't have hours and hours and hours just to work on something. You have to get it done now. Now, your instructors are not gonna, okay, whenever you get it done, or you have such and such time to get it done, okay, then we'll grade you on that. You walk into the real world of a restaurant, I want it now. Chef wants it now. It depends on the chef. He may talk to you nice. He may be straight out blunt with you. So that's what you have to deal with. I mean, I've dealt with both sides to where, okay, the chef was respectable. Then I dealt with the other side of chef was in your face. Let's get this done. I want it perfect. I want it done now. And you only got 10 minutes. Let's go. So those things, plus you're dealing with, and that's just one item.
Right.
We're talking 10, 15 items on your station that you have to really get together and really get ready for service, achieve for perfection. Make sure you have enough for the night. Don't run out. Dare
Mm.
not run out. You do it. I don't know if you saw episode 7 when they had the fiasco. Not enough meat supplies, not enough prep. And chef just blows up. It's the same way in real life. You don't have enough for service, chef's gonna blow up. Either you're gonna take it or you're not. You're gonna sink or you're gonna swim. So what are you gonna do?
So I wonder, because as you're saying, culinary school is one thing. Okay. I mean, yeah, we're going to take it easy with you because we just want you to understand the basic concepts of cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine. But once you make it into the real world and you're really, man, you're cooking for time, you're prepping for time, everything, time. And that pressure, not everyone carries that pressure over into the real world, who may have come through culinary school. No. Some of the best chefs never went to culinary school.
Exactly.
They learned just going through the ranks themselves.
Exactly.
Can you just talk a little bit about the mental aspect of those, first coming in and not being able to handle the intensity? And as you said, we're not just talking about one item. There may be 10 to 15 items on your particular level that you have to, get ready and prepare in a matter of time. And mentally, if you're not equipped to handle that type of pressure, you can crack.
You can crash. You can crash and burn. I think mentally you have to be prepared, be focused every day. That's the start of it all. That's the start of, coming in, say, whether you're a daytime cook or you're a nighttime cook, you coming in, gather your list, gather your mise en place, form your list out. So what you have, what takes the longest, what takes the shortest. Mine, you have maybe 2.5, let's say 2 to 2.5 hours before you have to be ready for service. Because in some restaurants, they allow you to work through family meal. So family meals when everybody sits down and eats together, and some restaurants don't. If you're not done when it's time to eat together, you have to stop what you're doing and eat together. So you have actually 2 hours just to get it done. So the mental aspect of it all, is preparation, is at an all-time high. Because you check in your prep, you check in your station, make sure you have all your tools, because all your pans, things you need for your station. So once we get rolling, you don't want to go anywhere because you want to be efficient and really go through the motions of really putting your dishes out on that particular station. So the mental aspect is really key to really being sufficient on that station.
So let me just ask, because you're talking about efficiency and just having to prep and everything, and I know this is learned over a course of time, but for those just coming in, as I said, the emotional side of it, the mental aspect of it, okay, man, I've been working, to get to this point. Now I'm here. Now it's go time.
It's go time.
So, let me just ask, have you ever, so take us through a point where, you were just coming up through the ranks or what have you, and you may have felt a slight sense of pressure, and how did you deal with that? What was it about everything that you've done up to that point that helped you, get through that and continue on to become, the great chef that you are now?
I think in that sense, coming through the ranks, you feel the pressure every day. It's not just once a week or twice a week. It's every single day, every single moment. You deal with that because there's constant changes, there's constant new dishes being rolled out that you have to learn. There's constant, like I said before, prep you have to deal with. Then your teammates as well. You all have to coincide and come together as a unit and really be efficient to really push out dinner or your meal accordingly. Because if one falls, you all fall.
Right.
So that's the thing that's a big part of the mental side of it. That not just for yourself, but making sure your teammates are really efficient and moving accordingly the way they're supposed to move.
Mm. And you know what? And I think that's something a lot of times we tend to leave that aspect out because we just think it's just all on the shelf. But no, it's not all on the shelf. It's everyone else that's involved as well.
Right.
And pretty much what you're saying is one band, one sound. So
Hey, drum line.
Right, come on now. You know what I'm saying? For those of y'all who may not get that, all my Nick Cannon fans out there, there you go. But no, I mean, like you have to be a cohesive unit, and you have the trust of others around you. So.
Exactly. And I think it's just watching what others are doing too, because let's say your partner next to you is falling behind a little bit, you could step in and help them catch up, vice versa, and that goes throughout the whole kitchen. So you're always bouncing around, helping each other out. Mm-hmm. So, one looks good, we all look good.
Well, I mean, but hey, that's just what it is. If one looks good, we all look good. And, it takes, and as I said, that takes trust. That takes,
yes.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes you may have to have that tough conversation. And that's really about really coming together through, during the hardships, during the easy times, but as well as the hardships, like pulling together, like, hey, you know what, man, I know it started off this way, but here we are, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I mean, there are a lot of moments of tough love. Mm-hmm. Tough love, because just like any other job, everyone has outside obligations that sometimes they bring it to work. I'm not saying you should bring it to work, but they bring it to work. And sometimes you have to have those tough conversations to really get them mentally prepared, mentally focused. I mean, it could be from the chef, it could be from the sous chef, or it could be from the line cooks. But you're gonna get it from someone. So that's my best advice for people is just put those things to the side and come in ready to go.
Okay, so I want to get your opinion on something, and I know we've talked about, cooking shows, this, that, or what have you, but I want your opinion on the kids cooking shows, these kid competitions, like these kid top chefs or what have you. Is that putting too much on a child who may want to go into cooking and, to get to, the big lights or what have you, and now they're under this, everything we've been talking about? Can that sort of take away from the love, of cooking, if a child is interested? Do you think?
I think it can. I think it can because, like you said, it's giving them the bright lights, it's giving them a big screen, it's giving them, this is maybe their perception of cooking.
Mm-hmm.
But if they transfer it over to working in a restaurant, it's the roles are flipped. There's no lights on you. There's lights on the chef. So whatever chef says goes. So
right.
And it can be tough love that they may not be ready for at a young age. So it's and that goes back to what we talked about earlier, is mental preparation going into it. Even as a young kid, you have to be ready. Even on their shows, they have to be ready for it because they're judged by many. Yeah. Not only are they judged by many on the show, they post something on social media, they're judged by many. So you have to really be mentally prepared about everything you put out there.
Okay, man. Look here, chef dropping little nuggets, y'all. Little nuggets. Not chicken nuggets,
Not chicken nuggets.
chicken nuggets, not bouillon cubes, and none of that stuff. Okay, we ain't dropping none of that. All right, we ain't dropping none of that livestock. All right, this is the good stuff here. This is real good stuff. All right, okay. But now I want to shift gears a little bit here. Okay, I want to shift gears because now I saw this on social media myself. Like I follow you on social media, and I had seen that there was a certain chef, but they were on set with a world-renowned hip-hop DJ known as Kid Capri for the BET Awards. And when I first seen the clip, I was like, okay, all right. I know people in high places. That's what that's the first thing. I know people in high places. See, man, look at it. I only interview the best, y'all. I mean, I'm just trying to let y'all. I don't know what the other people do. I only interview the best. But no. And looking back on that, I just want to ask, first and foremost, how did the whole thing happen with you coming together with BET to actually like cook for Kid Capri?
Well, I mean, it was formulated through a team member, mutual friend on my team. So they presented it to me about cooking for Kid. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to piece everything together just to make sure things make sense. Mm-hmm. Make sure they the things I could present to them will be magnified and taken to that level of what their needs are for that weekend. So once we talked, we found out the things that we had to do for Kid, what he liked, what he didn't like. We was good to go. So that's when we started to deliver. First day, just kind of felt them out. I always like to feel people out, just kind of see what they like. See where I can go, where I can't go, how far I can go with these flavors.
Right.
First days, killed it. So some of the soy glazed salmon. We had jerk spice chicken. We had a pasta dish, simple marinara. Love vegetables, things of that nature. Strawberry almond salad, real simple cuisine. So this is where we're gonna start. This is okay. Let's just.
Oh, wait a minute. We just started right now. Okay.
We just started right here. This is where we gonna start.
Oh my God. Strawberry almond salad? What? Yeah. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about y'all, but I'm just putting these concepts in my mind, and I know I see these things in the supermarket all the time, but never in my mind would I ever thought to put strawberries, almonds, and salad together. But I'm pretty damn sure that sounds, man, I can taste it already. I don't even know what type of dressing I have on there, but I can taste it already, man. Oh my God.
Hey, we wanted to keep it there. I understood how he wanted to eat. So word got back to me. He loved everything. Everything. I said, bet, done. Okay. So let's take it up another notch.
Oh, okay. See, you know what? I was just playing with you. I ain't really put the arm in it.
I put that arm.
Now, talk to me now. What you did to this man?
So the day of the awards, cook for him again, waiting for him to come home. We did the fried chicken with kimchi sauce. So took fried chicken, Creole spices, my spices, of course. And then we tossed that with the kimchi sauce. So kimchi, gochujang, soy sauce, sesame. Tossed that in there. Served that over the sweet potato puree. We had cod. We had halibut. We had did this curried coconut rice and peas. So brought some of that island flavor in there.
Yeah, the curry and rice. Yeah.
So, and just a rare vegetable. So things that were familiar to them, things that they can really grub hard on, because they're coming back from awards. They're hungry. I'm not sure how craft services work, but I know they're hungry, so I gotta feed them.
Right. So let me ask, man. Like, look, there are chefs in the training out there right now. There are probably young people going through culinary school. There are probably some people leaving culinary school trying to like find their first steps in the cooking world.
Mm-hmm.
What is some advice that you can offer those people just coming into the field?
Just coming into the field, my advice for young chefs is to find your niche. Find your niche, find where you want to be, whether it's pastries, whether it's you want to be in the restaurant, whether you want to be on the manufacturing side of it all. There's different areas other than just working in the restaurant that you can really branch out and do something with. But find the most that's going to give you the most passion instead of you just going to work.
Because in the end, it's really about the passion. And with something so sophisticated as cooking, I mean, it's really about your mood. It's really about your attitude that goes into the meal, that goes into the preparation of it. Because
exactly,
the mood, the more loving a chef is, the better the food. The
better the food is. You only as good as your last meal. So
your last meal. Come on now, boy.
You gotta put it out.
Now, see, that's a rough game. Cooking is a rough game.
It is,
because as you just said, you're only as good as your last meal, and I mean, man, you never know.
I mean, the thing is, you judge by people in your field. You judge by people outside your field. You constantly judge 24/7, 365. Mm-hmm. So you have to put your best foot forward. You have to be on game all the time. Oh. There's no off days.
Ain't no off days, chef.
Okay? Ain't no off days here.
4 hours sport, baby. All right. No, man. Hey, look here. I love it, man. I love it. Look, I just love having you back on. I just love talking to you anyway because
I appreciate it. Same here.
I mean, for real, just like the whole vibe and everything, and just like, your love for what it is that you do, and my curiosity and love for what it is that I eat, go hand in hand. And man, look, for those who are in the LA area or visiting the LA area, how can, they reach out to you or find you, or even, find places where you are, the head chef?
Well, they could follow me on Instagram at NolaChef212. Website is RondenoCulinaryDesigns.com. You can find me on Facebook, Chef Ryan Rondeno, or Rondeno Spice Collection. You can even find me on TikTok, _food culture, or find me on YouTube, food culture page, or you just Google Chef Ryan Rondeno. You'll find me there. Reach out, hit me up, and we can talk food all day.
Hey, man, no, look. Hey, y'all, look. I'm trying to tell y'all, okay? And you've heard me say this more than one time on this platform. Outside of Chicago, there is only one other place that you're going to find food that you're going to enjoy no matter what time of the week, and that is in Louisiana. And any real Chicagoan will tell you that, okay? There's only one place, one, and that is Louisiana, okay? So everybody that I've known, man, from pralines to fine cuisine, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, all right. They didn't put their foot in it. So
exactly.
Trust when I say, okay, yes, that is the place to be when it comes to fine dining. If you find out that your chef or cook is from Louisiana, man,
that's it.
Mic drop, man.
Hey,
Look at
not we brought it to Cali.
I mean, man, he done brought it out there. He done drove these people crazy. You know, they all came down his door and stuff. Like, he don't want to tell y'all that, but I'm just gonna let y'all know. Okay.
He ain't gonna tell you.
But no, look at Chef. I have enjoyed this, and me and you gonna wrap in a second once we done with this. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been Word with Ty Brownlow. I've been your host, Ty Brownlow. Remember, no one is worthless, no story is worthless. But follow me, all social media platforms, Word with Ty Brownlow. You can go to my website, tybrownlow.com. Get this fun, wonderful conversation, plus other great conversations as well. Chef Ryan, we out. Peace.